not politics. Please don't forget, I'm just practicing to be a poet. Not qualified as yet, but have no fear, I'm gonna get there. I'm not in this world to live up to your expectation. Neither are you in to live up to mine. I don't owe no one, no obligation. No one owes me none, so everything is fine, fine. I am that I am, I am, I am, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am, I am. Serious business. There is a time for everything, and for everything there is a season. So man and man must reason. So I think it's prime time that we address some more issues. Simple information I will use. No rocket science to get you confused. So relax your mind, make sure everything is fine while I take you down a poetic line. Because we campaign promises, we won't stay at ease. That's the way it is. We've waited in vain, hoping you'll ease the strain, but you now refrain. You now refrain. I remember you say Liberation Day, and I ask, you sure is that you wanna say? Cause it sounded so good to believe. And deception is a powerful thing when you lose your rightful thinking. So we voted for the blame. But you trick us with campaign promises. We won't stay at ease. That's the way it is. We've waited in vain, hoping you'll ease the strain. But you now refrain. You now refrain. Yellow, yellow all the way is what everybody say. Cell phone ring, man answering. Yellow, yellow, no hello. Teeth get yellow, house get yellow, bus get yellow, man get yellow, even green get yellow, and so says 11-4. When you trick us with campaign promises, we won't stay at ease. That's the way it is. We've waited in vain, hoping you'll ease the strain, but you now refrain. You now refrain. Old school parables say you know what you have, but you don't know what you go get. So cherish what you have to diminish regret. But what on earth lasts forever? Not even things created by the great Jehovah. So the green grass ceased to grow to allow the yellow vibes to flow. But boy, one song I sing, one bell a ring. If we didn't know, we never know yellow would have treated us so. When you trick us with campaign promises, we won't stay at ease. That's the way it is. We've waited in vain, hoping you'll ease the strain, but you now They say when you don't have good food, you must take in front. So this is
And a good night to Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. It's a new week, and of course, we're here with Talking Points. My name's Sheldon Scott. I'll be here with you until the 10 o'clock hour.
There is no place in the world.
Hope that you have had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. To all of you in the Talking Point family that I met over the weekend, yeah, my good friends down in Marianne there. Yes, a good evening to you. Also, yeah, my busman partner and them that always meet on the terminal. Right, the people I meet on the street. Even the guy that reversed the vehicle today just to say, Sheldon, we listen every night. Yeah, all of you, I want to say a special, special, special good night to each and every one of you.
Promises and mama guy. Voters say their expectations were too high. Like the old proverb from way back long. You want to be wrong and strong. Some people balling with their mouth closed. How they do that, only God knows. Man who could talk, they balling with their jaws locked. I thought only dummies used to do that.
Let me say a special good night to you, Sherma, Clive, Shajan, Kathleen, Faithlyn, Deborah, Jillian, Deborah, Wilma, Errol, Anne, Lisha, Eliza, Jacintha, let me see, Michelle, Dave, Christine, Kathleen, Cousin Coy, Londa. Yeah, good night to you. Cynthia, Anne-Marie. Yes. Adrian Watts, good night to you. Anna Barbara, Amanda, let me see, Norma, Jocelyn, Jakeem, Matthew, out there in Brooklyn, good night to you, Matthew. Marilyn and Angie, good night to all of you out there on the YouTube. And wow, yeah, just seeing the numbers just popping up on the YouTube, man. And to those of you over on Facebook, let me see who's there. I'm seeing Connie, Jillian, Joycelyn. Hey, Jillian, yeah, right, nice. Yeah, okay, yeah, I did get info, right. Gertrude, good night to you. Sharon, let me see. I'm seeing Joycelyn, is it Joycelyn? Oh, Dana, good night. You know, the thing passing too fast for me now, man. Yeah, so Dana, Shawnell, Kisha, Claude, Marishan, Lynn, Tyrone, Nakisha, Courtney, Lucky, yeah, Teresa, Leslie, Linda, Imelda, Francois, Kishon, McLean, Mitchell, Cynthia, Sherma, Kenisha, let me see, Annette, good night to you. Nikisha, hey, what going on, girl? Yeah, I know it's Daddy, yeah. Trisha, Hermione, Wendy Ann, Cynthia, ShopRite, Duncan, yeah. Shamay, yes, you did say you'd be on. D, Rodney, Esther, Winnie, Agatha, Landon, Mavis, Leonard, Olive, Figgy. Oh boy, yeah, hold, take a breath. Nice, right, down the road again. Let me see, yeah, Keda, yeah, Phyllis, Ria, Elon, Maria, nice. Let me say a special good night to each and every one of you.
She's dying inside slowly, but she don't mind once it's NDC killing She said we had enough under Claudius, so nothing wrong if baby Jesus kill us. All those who claim that they love country more than party, the truth and reality is quite visual and so clear to see. Some things are morally wrong and unethical, are considered as politically essential. Their backs are against the wall, but you still can't tell them they're wrong at all. $2,000 increase on your salary, but you cut for people on by $150. I wonder who advising you. Old people go drag bam bam on you. You promise to improve standard of living, but I'm seeing more pain, hurt and suffering. Would you stop for a while and listen to me? Please don't send one more family into poverty. They're crying with their mouths closed. How they do that, only God knows. They're afraid to talk your supporters on the attack when they say is that. A man told me as a strong foot soldier since June 23rd he ain't make $1. When he checked them, hear what they go say. You was wearing a green jersey one Sunday. I'm a strong supporter of the transformation agenda.
Yeah, Joyce, good night to you. And my good friends out there in Brazan, good night to you as well. I'm seeing your messages. Yeah, I'm seeing your messages coming in on the WhatsApp.
It could be done with minimal errors.
Let me say a special good night to Kathy out there in Brooklyn. I don't want to get in trouble. Let me say a special good night to Kathy out there in Brooklyn. Nice. I'm making sure and say my special good night. Folks, it is now 10 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock, and I think it's time for us to begin. And there's several issues, man. It's like things coming out one after the other, after the other, after the other. Over the weekend, been getting lots of calls from lots of different people with bits and pieces of information in relation to so much things. I don't even think we could deal with all of them on the program tonight. But there's been so much information that has been coming in from so many sources on so many things that it's difficult to keep up with everything. But you know me, before I come with the information, I want to make sure that that I investigate properly. Two, that I have the facts to back up whatever it is I come and speak about. Yeah? So that in case somebody decide to make themselves a fool and take me to court, that at least I'm able to defend myself, yeah? So I need to make sure that I have facts to back up things. So I've been hearing several stories over the weekend. I am in the process of gathering information in relation to those things so that when we speak with authority in relation to the different issues. We don't want a situation where we end up having to retract statements and that kind of thing. But I'll tell you something, they are hoping that they can catch us with our boots off. They say boots on the ground. So they're hoping they can catch us in a situation like that. What they are hoping is that they can feed us false information. They've tried on several occasions already. I'm telling you, they have sent people, seem innocent enough, with information that when I tested it out in the background, that information turned out to be false. But they have fed that information hoping that I would just jump on air and start to say things. Apparently, they haven't noted that for the 20 plus years I've been involved in the media fraternity, and in the over 14 years or so that I have been directly doing radio programs, never once has any lawyer had to come to me and hand me a letter and say, this is a pre-action protocol letter. They send a bailiff with a letter and say, this is a pre-action protocol letter. We're taking you to court because you've made statements on such and such a program that are untrue. That has never been the case, and we're going to continue ensuring that that never becomes the case. So there are things that maybe some of you expect me to speak about tonight, but if I don't have the factual information in front of me, I cannot expose myself and the program, because we know they want this program and they want it bad, bad, bad. We know that. We know they want to shut down this program. We know that they want to silence this voice. Not just my voice, you know. I think a lot of people get it wrong. They think this program is about my voice. This program isn't just about my voice. It's our collective voices. So they will try their best to feed us information that looks true. But when you check it, you realize, hey, something is wrong with that. Yeah? So I'm hearing allegations there. I'm hearing allegations in relation to a particular government minister. And I'm hearing the allegations that they have received a loan for over $2 million from the Grenada Development Bank. I'm hearing that allegation. Strange though, the minister has not addressed it and come out and say that, hey, that ain't true. That is a lie. Whoever saying that, they're lying on me. The minister has not done that. It takes just a couple seconds because they like Facebook. And the minister at MIT, and he like Facebook. So it takes just a few seconds. I'm sure his fingers are working properly to go online and just say, hey, all this talk out there that I received X amount of money is not true. That's all he has to do. But don't you find it strange that the honorable minister, and I use the word honorable in context here, has not come out to you and me and the general public and said that that is untrue? This is not something new, you know. I have actually been hearing about this since November. That's why I tell you I don't generally just come here and speak about things without having the facts behind it. So I heard that. I heard it from several sources. I've been hearing that. The allegation is that the minister applied and received. I don't know if that is a fact because I don't have the documentation. I don't know if someone is trying to set us up. But that's what I'm hearing out there. I'm just saying that in addition to that, I find it that this minister who has been most vociferous and upfront and out there refuses to address this allegation. Whether it is him or whether it is a business that he is or was associated with that has received such a loan and at such a figure, and if or if not, he or anybody in the cabinet of Grenada had an influence on, that's if any loan has been dispersed in the first place, because up to now, I hear a lot of people talking. I ain't seen nobody showing anything yet. Yeah? So I'm still treating this as an allegation, and I'm only speaking about it to give an example of what is taking place out there. That you're hearing all of these things, and there seem to be no mechanism where the government is responding to these things. In fact, as I say that, let me check my email and see if they're having a post-cabinet. I'm not seeing anything there for a post-cabinet press briefing. So it doesn't seem as though the government has decided to speak to you this week either. So you're hearing these things out there. You're hearing the allegations. You're also hearing the allegations about the senator in St. Mark. You're hearing allegations. I don't know if they're true or they're not true, but I'm hearing allegations. Because remember, these are the people that used to talk about all sorts of sexual misconduct. These are the people who set themselves up to the Grenadian people as the pinnacle of moral rectitude. But now you're hearing allegations. I don't know. I'm hearing allegations. So here I am, and I'm hearing allegations that the senator who was in charge of the CES program, you're hearing these allegations that he was involved in asking people for certain favors before they get assistance under that. You're also hearing allegations that that senator has been involved in certain behaviors in St. Mark as well, not just within the mess they make in CES, but you're hearing about stress that they are giving in St. Mark as well. So I'm hearing those allegations. I'm seeing messages coming, so I'm reading. But I am not hearing a response from the parties who have been named in these things. And again, don't think that I'm just hearing over this weekend these allegations out of CES. I've been hearing those since December. But unless people step forward and say, hey, I'm involved, or unless I actually said on CES, on CES, some information comes forward that can verify, I just find it very strange that the people whose names are being called are remaining absolutely quiet in relation to these things. I find it to be strange. I thought the National Democratic Congress was the party that always on social media and always interacting with people on social media, the same people who speak about freedom of information, and we're going to interact with you, and we're going to be in the communities, and we're going to speak with you, and so on. So I find it strange, extremely strange and concerning that you have these allegations out there, and yet while these allegations are circling, are floating, are causing tongues to wag from one end of the islands to the other, you are hearing none, not a response from the persons who the allegations are being made against. If it's not true, then nothing is wrong with coming out and saying it's not true. Because as it is right now, by your silence, you're giving the impression that what you're being accused of, may have some merit in it and may be true. Yeah? So how come they're so silent on that? How come they're not coming out and say anything? You all don't find it strange that these individuals are not saying anything in relation to these things? I'm hearing the allegations. I'm not here to say that it is true. You know, when I come here and I tell you that is true, this is true, that is true, it means that my volume of information is there. And you know, sometimes when I come and I say things are alleged, it may very well be a case that I also have the information, but I just ain't ready to release it yet. I'm waiting to hear what they have to say. I find they real quiet. Don't they have a convention coming up soon? Isn't one of the people being accused in this allegations that are floating around, isn't one of these people aiming for a high office within the ruling political party? If the allegation turns out to be true, is that a fit and proper person for that political organization to give such a substantive post within their organization? I'm asking these questions as somebody on the outside who I can guarantee you will never ever be on the inside of that organization. Yeah, I'm asking these questions as somebody who's on the outside looking in. Yeah? Because I find it very strange. Very, very, very strange that these individuals, like, they get mutitis. Yeah? And all of a sudden, they continue with the no press conferences. So they call one press conference, they bring about 9 ministers left, right, and center. Yeah? They bring a pile of ministers. And now, you are not being afforded the opportunity in the way that the New National Party afforded itself on a weekly basis. And you know that if there was no post-cabinet press briefing, it was a situation that there either was a national address or some major activity that was taking place that took the place of the post-cabinet press briefing. But this government continues to disrespect you, the Grenadian people, by not placing themselves in a position to answer your questions, because the media will listen to what the people are asking and ask those questions. Are they afraid to go and face Ms. Faria? Are they afraid to face the journalists there at MTV or GBN or the Grenadian Voice? Are they afraid of Nancy at the Grenadian Voice? Are they afraid of their own George Wilm and whom he may send to a press conference to ask certain questions? They seem to be very scared of you knowing the truth, isn't it? Because they've been quiet. And then, while they're being quiet and they're not opening themselves to questions, because if they create the forum for questions to be asked, they are afraid that if they lie, and you know, when they lie, which has been a lot within that last how much months, they have been lying a lot within the last few months. Yeah, so they know that if they lie, they will be caught. And once they are caught, we will expose. Yeah, why is someone trying to call me on my personal number now? I think, individual, I think you're trying to call me on my personal number when you're really trying to call the studio number. Double check the number you're calling, because you're calling my mobile and not the number in the studio. Yeah, I find it very strange that they pass all these secrecy things. Yeah? Now, this existed before it was there. It was there. The New National Party didn't enforce it in the way that the NDC is now coming to enforce it. So, the same NDC that's telling public servants, don't talk right now, were the same ones that were gathering information from public servants in different ministries and passing it out to their friends and their family and people on the internet and so on. They were the same people that were pushing information all over. And let me go to the phone line here. I think we have a caller. Good night.
I know you're taking calls yet. Yeah.
No, but go ahead, man. You're live. Go ahead.
I'm making a statement and I want to ask you a question. I'll make the statement first. Now,
yeah.
If I have a taxi, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I burn the taxi to get insurance money, and you shall take your good finger and vote me and put me in the nation's parliament, what you expect? Not for me to burn the parliament with corruption? Another thing I want to ask now.
Go ahead, Papa.
No, I'm talking about myself, eh?
No. Well, obviously, you're talking about yourself. Yeah. You ain't talking about nobody else.
I ain't talking about nobody. I'm talking about myself, right? And another thing I'm asking, I'm hearing a certain minister borrowed 2-point-something million from the GDB.
I'm hearing that allegation as well.
Is it that money coming from GDB money comes from the consolidated funds?
I don't want to give a definite yes, because honestly, I would have to double check that.
Double check that for me, because I think so, but double check it for me.
Yeah,
it is the case.
It is money. It is money. Part of it, I believe, is funding from regional funding, and part is from local sources, but I cannot remember exactly. I'll have to double check that.
Because what I'm saying, if that's the case, if a minister wants to borrow money, the right thing for him to do, if he has what to do, is to go to the commercial bank and pay the interest and leave the money so that the money, the GDP, that it could look after the country. That they shouldn't be borrowing that money.
But what I would say is this: if a business is unable to borrow from the commercial banks, if Republic Bank wouldn't lend them, and First Caribbean wouldn't lend them, and Cooperative Bank wouldn't lend them, and Grenville Credit Union, Ariza, Nexus, all of them wouldn't lend them, there must be a reason.
Why?
There must be a reason. Because these institutions...
Because if you have a Galveston reputation, nobody ain't going to lend you money.
Well...
If you shall have a Galveston reputation, nobody ain't going to lend you money.
Well, that is the situation.
Something is not right in this country right now. I mean, as a people, we have to be concerned.
Of course we have to.
Everybody is staying quiet on it. But the thing about it, when it starts to smell, then everybody go jump up, and then it gone too far to be remedied. So I think, Sheldon, I want you to do some thorough research on this thing, and give us some clarity on the information that we are getting.
Oh, I'm researching. I'm researching. Believe me, I am researching.
yeah. Do that for us, because I listen to you every night. So from whatever time you're on, so I'll be hearing you.
Of course.
I hear him, and I saying, I don't know if it's credible, but I'm going to make this statement to you again, Sheldon, before I leave. If I have my vehicle, I'm making a living with, and I burn it to get insurance money, and you, Sheldon, take your good finger and put me in the nation's parliament, you don't expect me to burn the parliament with corruption? Have a good night.
All right. Thank you so very much. And I have been reliably informed that the funding for GDB is from the Consolidated Fund or by government guaranteed loans. So the GDB could get money directly from the Consolidated Fund, you and me money, yeah. Not USA, but us money, yeah. The money that we put there, yeah, it belongs to us, right? But it's not US, it's our money, right? So it is funded through the Consolidated Fund, and I'm getting that good information. Consolidated Fund, and also through government guaranteed loans. So for instance, they may borrow loans, take a loan from a regional institution or a local institution or so that is guaranteed by the government of Grenada. So the government of Grenada says to the lender that, hey, if the GDB doesn't pay back, we take responsibility, we will pay back. So it's still using your money as security towards that. So just to let you know, have we made any allegations? Because I know they want bad to be able to shut us down. So we're just being extremely careful. But we're asking the questions. How come the Honorable Andy Williams, I'm saying his name, the Honorable Andy Williams, is the person the allegation is being made against? And we are hearing nothing. Not from the party, not from the Prime Minister, not from the minister himself. We're not hearing anything, and that's the only three we want to hear. Well, we want to hear from either the government, the government PR, the party PR, the minister himself, or the Prime Minister. The supporters out there could say whatever they want. They ain't really counting in this thing. Right now, the people who are to talk on behalf of that is one of those four. Either his boss, the Prime Minister, he himself, the party could speak on his behalf, which still isn't really thinking here. The party might have to hush on this one. Or the government, which really should hush too, is either the minister or the Prime Minister. One of them could speak on this and just say, no, it's not true. Or even the GDB could come out and say, hey, this is not true. But then remember, they signed everybody to secrecy now. So it could have happened, and you and I would not know, because they have said to all of these institutions, remember the GDB is still a statutory body. In other words, it is still government controlled, not as part of a ministry or so, but it is government controlled. And they have told all of those statutory bodies, and they have told all the people in the different ministries that you can't come out and say anything. Yeah? So it is, it is very interesting. Let me see here. Yeah. And they're asking here, did the GDB do any credit checks? Yeah, did they do any credit checks? If what we are hearing is true, because remember, we're still saying that we don't know for a fact. We're hearing it, and some people are coming out and saying they have from good sources. Well, maybe them good sources ain't passed by me. Yeah? But some people are saying they hear it from good sources that Honorable Andy Williams received 2.3 million. I treating it as an allegation. I don't know if it is Honorable Andy Williams. I don't know if it is a business that he was part of. I don't know if the business did it and he's still part of the business, or he's no longer part of the business. I don't know. But I'm saying that it is easy as 1, 2, 3 to come out and say, no, it's not true. That's all. Free advice. Come out now. Say it's not true. Yeah? Come on out and say that it's not true. Free advice. Nice? Yeah. We getting some free advice day tonight, Because right now, I mean, it's kind of difficult, because if that did happen, then how do you explain the students who are at the St. George University and being told that they can't be funded? Or the others who want to go out and study and are being told and their applications are being turned down? Yeah? How do you tell people that want to go out and study that they can't receive the money to go out and study? Because there's the scholarship aspect of loans, the loan portfolio there. There's the scholarship education aspect under the loan portfolio of the GDB. So you have people that are applying there and not getting through. For whatever reason, maybe they're saying lack of funds, maybe whatever, but they're not getting through. You have the business aspect. So there are some small businesses that would, in the recent past, they would have gone there and they have applied, yeah, and they didn't get through. So they may want to know, well, hey, if I approach for 30,000 or I approach for 50,000, I had all my documentation in place and I have an active going business, good reputation, I check my credit rating, everything good, and I was denied, and your business got through, and I'm sure that you can't go through and get through the same credit rating that I'm getting. How come? I asked for 50, I don't get. You asked for 2 point something million, and the possibility is that you got. We have to ask the questions. Because I think that Grenadians deserve an answer to the questions that we're asking here tonight. We cannot simply just say that, oh, it's rumors and throw it under the bus. I cannot come here and tell you that it is a fact. I would not be irresponsible to come here and tell you that I know it is a fact. What I would say is that, Minister, say it ain't true now. Just come out. Just, we know you like Facebook Live. Do a Facebook Live. Do a TikTok. You understand? Just scribble a little something and put it out. Say, Edo true. That is all you have to do. We gonna know is that you're talking about. Just say, Edo true. Just put out a look at something. The same goes for the senator in St. Mark. Because we're hearing very disturbing things about you young ladies and building materials. If it is not true, it should not be hard for you, Honorable Minister, well, not Minister, but Honorable Senator, to come out and say that those allegations are unfounded and untrue. Don't let your name be dragged down into the mud by rumors or false allegations. Yeah, if they are such, because we don't know. You have not confirmed nor denied for us. Why the wall of silence being built around the NDC organization? Everything to shut up people from even during the campaign to now. So, the same people that spoke about freedom, and folks, you can call 440-7377. You can call us WhatsApp, you could call us directly. Those of you out there in Brooklyn, 347-329-3101. Those wherever you are in North America, not just Brooklyn, I know we have good friends out there in North and South Carolina. Those of you out there in Texas, those of you in Houston, Texas, those of you in Dallas, those of you out there in California, Arizona, wherever you are, you can feel free to call us 347-329-3101, or you can call us on the WhatsApp 440-7377. So feel free to call us. Yeah? But we're just asking some questions here tonight because we've been hearing some troubling things over the weekend. And these are people that have been out there yapping a lot, but all of a sudden it seems as though while others are bawling with the mouth closed, these seem to be scared or afraid with their mouth shut. They ain't saying nothing. Mutitis take them. So the government, they have no post-cabinet press briefing. Let me check again. Maybe when I talk, they put one up. Let me refresh that page and see. I'm refreshing. Nothing. No post-cabinet press briefing. So how does the media confirm that this is true or confirm that this is not true? Why is the government hiding? Why are they making themselves unavailable to the scrutiny of you, the Grenadian people? Say what they want about the new National Party. Every week, all you had post-cabinet press briefing in it. Every week, all you was having post-cabinet press briefing. So the new National Party would have different ministers and senior administrators within different departments and statutory bodies would be on the post-cabinet and speak about what is happening and open themselves to questions, especially on topical issues. And even if the minister that was there was not the minister being referred to or the person being referred to in a topical issue, at least they made themselves available so that you, through the journalists, could question them. Right now, nothing like that. We have a call online.
Sheldon, good night. I just reached it.
Good night, my love.
Update me with what it is. Update me what you was talking about. Some money, business, and allegation, whatever. Update me there. Let me hear.
Okay.
I just come.
Okay. So I
want to listen about this person, whatever it is.
I'll say it when you hang up.
I'll call back a little later.
No problem, my love.
Yes.
All right. Yes, I was saying that we are hearing allegations that the Honorable Andy Williams, I'm not afraid to say the name because I'm saying it's an allegation, and I know of inference. I understand the law, so I know of inference. And I'm saying here that there is an allegation out there that he has received over $2 million. In one instance, I was saying 2.3. In another instance, I'm hearing $2.7 million in order to fund his business. I am saying that I don't know that to be a fact, but I'm hearing it. I'm going into town and people stopping me and tell me. I'm at home and people are calling me. Yeah? Wherever I go, even on the bus, I'm getting it. People are telling me these things all over. And I'm saying, if it is not true, why not just come out and say it's not true? It takes nothing away from them to clear the air on this, to just come out and say that it's not true. Yeah? Because it could easily be a situation, and I'm being very clear here, it can easily be a situation that it is a business that the minister is associated with or formally associated with. It could be that he is a director or part owner or so on in a business, and that business applied and got the loan. It could be that, isn't it? But is he still a part owner or a director or a shareholder in that business? Or is he a former part owner or shareholder in that business? It takes nothing out of them to come out and say that. But there is this wall of silence around the NDC. So they don't come out and speak to you in post-cabinet. They say they will tell you, and that, remember, those were their words, eh? They will tell you what you need to know when they decide so. So in other words, no matter what you think is going wrong in the country or you have a problem with, they don't think that they should come and answer any questions to you because, you understand, they reach where they want to reach. They're up there right now. So they don't believe that they have to come and answer you in relation to anything. So they are not making themselves available. Listen, even after post-cabinet, the new National Party had representatives on To The Point on a Wednesday. The government of Grenada generally, but you know, it would be different people within the government. So you'd see a minister or you'd see a parliamentary secretary, etc. This government isn't even doing that. They're not utilizing the government time to have their different MPs go out there because it seems as though they're afraid to speak. What happened? You all have speech impediment right now? How you all have gotten so silent, man? We have a call online. Good night.
Hey, good night, Brother Sheldon.
Hey, how are you?
I'm okay, man. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Brother Sheldon, you know, this one we like to talk about transparency and accountability. They like to speak about the words, but then in the doing is the opposite, right? And there was a bit clamoring about corruption. These people went and signed up in the integrity commission. They didn't went and sign.
There are specific rules with the Integrity in Public Life Act. There are specific information that has to be provided in the declaration. And there are specific things that an individual who is part of a business that does business with the government of Grenada, etc., ought to do. I won't go into the details now. I was one of the persons who was in Parliament at the point in time that the Integrity in Public Life Act was passed, so I'm fully aware of what ought to be done. Has it been done? I'm asking the questions.
Yeah, Brother Sheldon, you know, sometimes I remember under the period government, when you hear the thing that was said, and there were no facts to prove that what they were saying is true, right? And they were still they also claiming corruption. But corruption right now is clear. You see it in the night. You see it clear in front of you. Was the more than a day, right? You see it, and like some people they keep them short, right? Like corruption have become something illegal, and like right become wrong, and wrong become right. When you so many people they see them thing and they still defending the wrong things, right? So how could you defend the wrong things? And when you see the wrong thing going on and you say nothing, and when people call and talk about the wrong thing they're going, you're ready to just call the truth and tell them and call an alcohol name. What kind of country what can we accept in our country? And I would say when you see your children doing things wrong, you cannot continue letting them do what is wrong. You have to tell them about it. And version I always say, you know the people away from you or will get destroyed. The people who close to you and see now they're watching you do wrong things is the same people who will destroy and pull you down. Well, Sheldon, have a blessed night.
All right, thank you very much, my brother. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I find it, I would have said amusing, but I find it concerning that these individuals, all of a sudden, they've got nothing to say, no comment. Yeah, did you fire your aunt? No comment. Was it because she was in a house? No comment. That no comment covers not just the individual who is the MP for Carriacou and Petit Martinique. It covers the entire NDC as an organization because they keep with the no comment because the allegations that are being made both against the caretaker Senator Quince Britton for St. Mark and Honorable Andy Williams. And there's just one of several allegations against the MP for South St. George. There are several, yeah? These are just one of the allegations against him. And it seems as though no comment seems to be the covering statement for everything. No comment doesn't mean it's not true, you know. No comment means you are afraid to speak on the issue because you are afraid that the truth comes out. It's not an issue of national security. So it's not an issue that you ought to be afraid to speak about because it's going to cost people their lives and so on. But it is an issue that ought to be ventilated and spoken about in the public space because the allegations are in the public space. It's out here. People talking about it. People saying, I just walk in here and people say, boy, Shalan, I hear minister so and so get X amount of money, boy. And come on. You have guys who wanted buses. That's why the busmen upset about it. Because you have guys who wanted to get a bus and went to the GDB. Some of them fully qualified. It's not all cases. But the one who was fully qualified and went and didn't get through for a bus. And that's what, 100 and something thousand? It could be under 200,000. And if it's a cheaper bus, a used bus, it could be less than that. But the people went. They didn't get through. So they would be upset if there is truth to the allegation and the minister did receive 2.3 million or 2.7 million or any million or any money at all from the GDB. Because it smells wrong. Because remember, you're a sitting cabinet member and the organization is a statutory body, which means that at the end of the day, they have to send reports to Parliament and so on. But they are also partially controlled through the cabinet who appoint some of the members of the board of directors, etc. And public funds are being used through the organization. So it come like you dipping your hand in the own till. So that is why people want to know if it's true. The small man who wanted to open the local ice cream shop and local parlor in the village and he went to GDB and he didn't get through. He wants to know if it is true or not. Because if you don't say nothing, he may be left with the impression that it is true. If nobody comes out and say otherwise, he would be left with the impression that it is true. Yeah? The people who went for material in St. Mark, and they might be young and good looking, and they went for the material and they didn't get through, but they have a need for the material. They may hear the allegations and wonder, did I play the game wrong? They may hear that. So if it's not true, there is no problem. I don't think listeners, viewers, people who are reading, would any of you have a problem if they came out and said it's not true? The hundreds that are on Facebook, the hundreds that are there as well. I think it probably crossed 1,000 on my thing here. But also on YouTube. Yeah? Would you all have a problem if they came out and they said it's not true? But instead of that, you're greeted with a wall of silence. The NDC has mastered two things since coming into office. Not telling you what's going on and firing people. That's the two things they master. Not telling you what is going on and firing people. And I can add a third one, arrogance. Yeah? So that they don't believe that they have to respond to you. They don't believe that they have to answer you. They don't believe that they need to interact with you at that level. Yeah? I can ask questions. For instance, if I were to ask the question, where is the MP for St. John? How many people can answer that question? All you last, all you see all your MP. All your MP does be there? Well, if all your MP in St. John does be there, how that nonsense that happened on the weekend happen? Because we have spoken before on this program about the state of the playing fields in the parish of St. John. It is a disgrace that the football match that should have, ought to have, taken place in St. John at the Cuthbert Peters Park had to be moved down to St. George at the National Stadium because the Barbadians went there look at the state of the field and say, not for hell, all you're getting them to play there. That's an embarrassment to the people of St. John. That is an embarrassment. Now you had the wonderful opportunity. You had the Barbadian team here. They played in different areas. I think they played, was it St. Patrick or St. Andrew? They played outside of town. They played in town. And then because of the state of the field in St. John, and nobody could come and tell me differently, is the state of the field. That is the reason the Bajans say, Christ, man, we ain't playing on that. You crazy, man? You want me go and break my leg on this thing, yeah? I ain't playing there. Man, take me down to the National Stadium, man. I ain't playing on that. That is what happened. Them Bajans say straight out, they're not playing in St. John because of the state of the field. Yeah? You have situation in Loreto and other playing fields and so. Grass tying man foot. They're sending up man with weed eater to try and think. People at St. John's, were you accustomed to this type of thing? They had a contractor who was there before. And you didn't have that kind of problem. The fields were well kept. But simply due to nothing else but politics, they caused you that embarrassment over the weekend. And all you sit down there and just taking that as nothing. Where your MP? Where is your MP? Yeah? May you go in Egypt with the boyfriend again, I know. Where is your MP? You ain't hearing them. You ain't seeing them. Have you ever seen the MP for St. John in a press conference? Have you ever seen them go before the media and answer questions? Questions posed to them and they answer? Mind me. It's a young person. I love to see young persons involved in politics and so on. But you see, St. John happens to be one of my ancestral homes. My grandfather originated from Back Street in St. John, one of my grandfathers. So I feel aggrieved when you cause embarrassment to the people of St. John. And due to politics. Because you had people with the competency and the capability to do the job. You moved them because of politics. And now look what happened. Oh boy, we lost that call. Caller, I'm sorry. You'll have to call us back. Let me see. I think I have a call coming in right now on the WhatsApp. So let me take the WhatsApp call. Hello, good night. Hello,
yes,
good night.
Sheldon, good night to you.
Hey, how you doing?
Good night.
I'm good, man.
Pretty good, man. Doing good.
All right.
Doing real good.
How unemployment treating you?
The Lord is good.
Unemployment treating you nice?
Yeah, more time to walk the garden.
Plan the land.
Garden, more time to mobilize. You know.
Mm-hmm.
More time to visit my folks. You know. Yes. You know, yesterday's program, Dr. Augustine Pantro. I listened to him. I listened to the program yesterday, and he used a word, psychosomatic illness. You know, Brother Sheldon.
I hope he calls tonight, Dr.
Really
Pantro.
Well, I know you would understand that word, that phrase.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Grenadians are sick, not physical illness, you know, but their minds, the result of what's happening, have them really, running out of energy, running out of every sustenance, even if they might have something in the cupboards. Because the idea of psychosomatic illness is that even though you're not sick, you know, but your mind, even though you're not physically ill, like you have the cold or you have a mental breakdown or something like that, but just thinking about what has happened to them. You know, I'm strong, to be honest with you. I am strong, and I could imagine the weaker ones, how they are feeling about having been sent home, you know, having not really cash to pay the mortgages and all of that, you know. I could imagine. and as a result of that illness, that state of feeling that you might have might result in stomach aching, in headaches and other things that really come on as a result of having been sent home, and etc.
Mm-hmm.
I want to call upon our government. I really want to call upon our government, our Prime Minister and his cabinet, to rethink the decisions, rethink how they're setting forth the plans to how they're affecting, in fact, to the people of Grenada. They have promised that nobody will go home. Mr. Cornwall, in one of his discourse, mentioned that nobody would be sent home. We're making everybody permanent. I mean, we understand and we know that cannot happen. We know that's just campaign promises, and we could look back at a lot of the promises that they have made during the campaign, and we've been telling people that cannot be so. Don't believe it. But the Grenadian people went right ahead and believed them and plunged themselves into chaos, into unwantedness, things that they don't really, they don't wish to that could have happened to them. We are seeing that they are happening. The current bill have gone up exuberantly. Water bill, they have given their good friends a tax break. You see, a tax break, and the people, the poor people, they have taken away the money from them in order to give to the higher, richer class of people. I cannot understand that. I mean, I want somebody to really get me to understand this. That really and truly, I cannot understand that. But you know what? There is a song that, I wonder if it's Sheldon Douglas that played that made that song. The people crying out in the street, they want kit, they want kit. Listen, I've given many persons ride last week in my vehicle. And about 5 of the persons that I've given ride, you know what they said to me? That Dr. Mitchell would have to come back with his team and fix this thing. Yes, because they know how to do it. They have seen them perform before. So I'm one of the callers. I'm calling, and I'm asking Dr. Mitchell. I hope that he's listening to think quickly of a solution. Quickly of a solution to rescue the people on that ship. We're sinking. The Lord bless you, man. You take care, Grenada. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you so very much, Doc. And I was just getting some other information. Anytime you see I kind of lean, is because I'm getting some more information and that kind of thing. So I'm trying to put something together. Someone was calling on the local line while Pastor was on. Feel free to give us a call back. Yeah, feel free to give us a call back. Yeah, I was trying to get something here, and I saw it a little while ago. So I was just trying to get that to show you. Yeah, that when we're talking about the state of the playing fields in St. John, we ain't just saying thing, Yeah, we go show you in a little while. We have a call online. Good night.
Well, I come back in here,
Yes, ma'am.
Good night, and Grenadian people, and good night to Pastor. Pastor, I don't want Dr. keep me telling that again, Leave the man alone for me, please. Let the man rest himself. You want me to start to call him Morocco again, an old man? No! Dr. Mitchell, Dr. Kitler, especially to listen in that program tonight. Yes. And if people asking for you, yes, they're asking for your party to come back. But you personally, sir, don't take no part in that. They're going to beat up on you too much. I don't want that man take no part in that. They didn't believe when Dr. Mitchell said in the campaign that was the last time. I don't want him come back. Say, give the other members a chance, but please, Dr. Mitchell, out of that. All the Grenadians bung that man, all you all kind of name. That the man rest a little brain now. Eat a little young blogger. Eat the fish. The only thing I will agree that give whoever it is advice. I want to pong against, I want to kill him now. No. Don't give them advice. Don't go for nobody to pong you, sir. The same people you help. The same people running them out. They all know they're running them out. Dr. Michel, please. See somebody else. Let somebody else in the party, whatever, but you don't go there. They're running them out on you too much. They just forget quick. No way. Or I got done for life. They're beating up on you too much for all what that man doing in Grenada. That man begged us. He begged the Grenadian people. He explained certain things to us in this country. And then are you still go and vote? Take what all you get now. The man should have taken $4 million and go. Because all you know the is an allegation they say. But that man testifying at church what he did. I'm so sorry for all you. Me and not feeling it. But I'm so sorry we hit too hard. We had to pay for that. Hey, let the man take the rest of me, please. Go on to holiday. Eat, drink, sleep. Give them advice, sir. Give them advice. Don't go back there to fix nothing. Let all of them that think fix it. Are you just starting Grenada? They doesn't listen to people. A lot of us doesn't listen to people. I see what's going on. I feel it. And a lot of people feeling it every day. Somebody crying every day. And if they didn't know, they took Michelle out of that. Leave that man alone, please. Have a good night, Sheldon.
All right, my dear. Folks, and I think we have another call. Let me just make sure. Yes, we do have another call online. Good night.
Hi, good night, Sheldon.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, good.
Go right ahead. You're live.
Hey, Sheldon, I heard a testimony today. Funny one, eh? There was a young girl, Sheldon, from the Northwest constituency in the town of St. George. You see, when we say things, people that say we lie and we don't have facts and this and that. See what Dr. Pancho talk about? That very setting that Dr. Pancho talk about. That little girl went through that. She was about 28 years. She's about 28. She used to work in the Ministry of Agriculture. When the government lost, the NNP government lost the election, immediately, in the matter of days, she was fired. She was sent home. The girl went and studied. She had her degree and such like. She was branded, being associated with the NNP and Dr. Mitchell, and they sent her home. And that girl went through that psycho thing, and she just went. Up to now, she hasn't recovered.
Mm-hmm.
She isolated. She home. She have to. It's so she going through so much trauma. You know, because she was not treated fairly as a Grenadian. And Sheldon, you know the funny thing, she was taken to the chief. And the chief said to her, he said, it's not me who'd fire or send you, it's the PS and them are doing the thing. That was his words to the young lady. It is not me, but it's the PS and them who doing the thing. I'm so sorry, but bring your documents and what, we go see what we could do for you. Sheldon, the child could not have recovered to bring in no document. Instead of that, she went deeper into that dark hole because she felt that she wasn't treated right as a Grenadian. And me and you, Sheldon, could take the beating. But you have some people, Sheldon, the way they're built, they wasn't built to take that kind of licks. And that kind of unfairness. Without no good reason, they just sent her home. Just because she was branded, associated with NNP or with Dr. Mitchell and the Northwest constituency, she was just sent home. That child right now is home, sick, from that very setting Dr. Pancho described. He took her and he put her down. She in bed. Sheldon, this is the work of the NDP.
Psychologically, because for instance, I've known several instances, and I'm sure you've been around, you know of instances of this. You've known of a husband and wife living together for many years. The husband or the wife go, and the other one go behind them in just a few months.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that anything was physically wrong with them, you know. Psychologically, they just can't live without the other person. I've known of several instances where either the husband and the wife decide, you see me, I go in behind them, and they grieve until they go. Psycho. It's a mental thing.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't stopped grieving, and they grieve until their body start to break down and they go behind them. I've known of several instances of that. So
The
your
child has
mind,
lost all self-esteem.
yeah, your mind could do that to you. Your mind could damage you. So I'm sure Dr. Panchu won't call. Once he gets the opportunity, he's going to call. So we're looking forward to hear from him too.
Okay, Sheldon.
All right. Thank you very much, brother.
Good night.
All right. Same to you. Yeah. And let me say a special good night to the family of Mrs. Noriega. Yeah. So I know her funeral will be next week, Thursday. All right. And I'll give you some more information in relation to that as the time comes closer. So those of you from the Talking Points family and from the Old Hard Talk family and everything that want to go to the funeral, you'll make sure that you are there. We have a call online. Good night. Hello. Good night.
Good night, Sheldon. Good night.
Good night.
To your listening public.
How you doing, bro?
I'm just taking it easy, quiet, listening your program.
While you're talking, I'm going to show the people, not my face, but I'm going to show them what's going on up in Loreto right now. Remember I speak about the Loreto playing field? Yeah, they cut it today, man. They went and cut high bush up there, you know, man. Lion and tiger, you could have go and hunt in the jungle. So they cut it today.
Well, a good friend of mine from Guelph called me and showed me a PTA of it. You know, it was real bad, you know, real bad.
Yeah, they could have bring tourists up there on a safari, you know, like drive through the bush and thing and show them wild animals. That was the state of the playing field up there, you know, like bush here, that's the lion and giraffe and thing coming out of it. High bush.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. Yes, Sheldon, it is very imperative that we must know that NDC has always had a track record of doing silliness in Grenada. And if we're going to go back to 1990, yeah, it was real bad, the economy at that time. So it's no new thing to me, considering what is happening now here in Grenada. And then when it comes to 2000, it clung the matter over the years. Now, I always advocate that changes is good. But when you're making change, it has to be in the interest of the people, not the big shots or boys or for the ministers in government. And I'm saying that to say, some people is benefiting off the poor people right now. And it is very sickening to hear alleged allegation of $2.3 million from the coppers of the Grenadian people. These monies in GDP are there to help develop the lay person, the poor men and women of our country, so that they can get easy access and not a high interest rate, so they can help develop themselves. Now it has gone haywire. Allegations over allegations over allegations. And they want to blame the NNP and say there are more corruption and then more corruption. Since I heard that the Honorable Prime Minister of our country today is taking up the mantle at the leadership position of the NDC as a big joke. I said these man fight, and I will always say that. He fought against poor people in this country, in the breweries, SGU, Calabash Hotel. He fought against poor people, children. So it's not news to me that the poor is going to remain poor and get nothing from this government, because you're taking away a little stipend from poor people, which could help them get little medication, little food stuff, and increase some of the major commodities that poor people, children, is using today. Increase the price on it. This is heartless. This is a government that don't seem to understand what is their role assuming office. They're whooping left, they're whooping right, they're whooping in the center. Just don't run country. Old talk don't run country. And I am saying that to say that Grenadians will get up, will stand up, will walk the street and demonstrate for the rights. And in soon time, we hear a little bit of this and a little bit of that here. There is more to come. I heard questions was asked, and an honorable minister, no comments. An honorable prime minister, questions were asked about returning monies that was overpaid to people. I'm not aware of that. I will have to find out up to now Kenya information whether it is true or false. I'm still awaiting that. So when people crying out, like a good friend in Victoria said to me today, that they are burning up there. People is turning bitterly against the government and its policies and its practices. And it's not NNP alone that crying, you know. NNP crying too. But their own ones. The people in marketing board, a good friend of mine told me, you know, all of us working here, but they're closing it down, so all NDC going home too. You know what one person go by the market and do? Cry. By the bus terminal and cry and say, I vote out my job. Now, the new National Party had its long tenure of service to this country. I give them all the praise and honor for that. People wanted change, they got change. But the new National Party did not fire haywire people like that. They did not kick out people from services and close down program and cut program by half or 2/3. No. Instead of that, they created a little more avenue to create employment so that people can benefit. The road wardens, the house repair brigade, the bathroom and toilet brigade, the traffic wardens, just to name these people. We're not sure yet, how much traffic warden, if they're going to cut that too.
And caller, others are calling us, so we got to wrap.
Okay. Thank you very much. I will call it a day here. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, brother.
All right.
All right. Yes, indeed, folks. And I lost the call on the overseas line. 4407-377. And those of you outside, 347-329-3101. Yeah, I was getting a call on the overseas line there and one or two on the yeah. But I think I'm getting it now, so let me just take it. Good night. Hello? Yeah, caller, you're live. Pay attention to the phone line, my dear. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, we're hearing you. You're live. Go right ahead.
Yeah,
You're live. Ignore the device in the background. Talk to us on the phone line. You're live.
okay,
You're on the program. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm calling in here now.
Yeah, ignore the device in the back. You're speaking to us. There's a delay. So what you're hearing on the computer or television now is delayed. You're speaking to us on the phone line.
I have reviewed the new government programs.
Mm-hmm.
And here what I found. When it comes to the poor, the seed program, the 150 was taken away. The MNIB, workers were fired. Lack of scholarship for students. Food price increases. All these things affect the poor, right?
Mm-hmm.
But look at the flip side. The MNIB, again, it affects the poor. But here's the other side. The $2,000 increase for ministers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Advisors to the junior minister getting $10,000 each, right? I mean, the Haitian deportation.
Oh, let me just correct. I think they're getting 5,000 each, not 10. But yeah, go ahead.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
All these affects the poor. So you could see that what the government is doing, the rich is getting richer with all these things, and when it comes to the poor, it is very difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everything that you've seen, when it comes to the poor, the government is not really assisting the poor people. They are assisting the rich, and they are enriching themselves, and that is a disgrace.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. My caller, even they've changed the prices on certain items, zero-rated and so. And people who are going to the supermarkets now will tell you that hasn't made a difference.
Yeah. This is ridiculous. Most of the things that they are doing, they benefit themselves, but the poor people are being screwed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that is so ridiculous. That is not a government who is for the poor, period. They're just enriching themselves. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the benefits so far have only been going to one section of the society. And it's terrible to see some of the comments that they make, though, anytime a vulnerable person speaks out. If you see some of the, I wouldn't repeat some of what they're saying on the program here, but it's bad. It's really bad.
Even on a regional basis, when it comes to the poor Haitian, which I think was migrants, economic migrants, you didn't even give them a hearing. You just said, go back home, go to hell, get out of here, we don't need you. That's a disgrace.
Oh, man. Right.
And then the Prime Minister went up to the Bahamas, meeting the Canadian Prime Minister and wanted to raise the Haitian issue, and you just kick them out of your country. Who does that?
It's sad.
You are going to a regional conference to speak on behalf of Haiti, and you just send back a whole bunch of Haitians. You didn't even give them a hearing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there is too much mishaps and too much mistakes, and I don't understand where this government is heading, man. It's just a disgrace. Mm-hmm. But I gotta tell you something. Managing a country is a skill. You could be educated. You could be a lawyer. You could have degrees. But managing a country takes a lot of skills. And I think these guys don't got it, right?
Not at all. Not at all.
So it is embarrassing. It is embarrassing for the poor. And I think the poor people are feeling it. I mean, I can see it. They're feeling it right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, my brother. I thank you so very much for your contribution, because at the end of the day, it's those of you out in the diaspora like yourself who are the ones that end up feeling the extra pain, because then the family who is unemployed now, the brother, the sister, the nephews, etc., it's you they call on to go to Western Union and MoneyGram to send down something to them. Correct. It's you they ask to go in Trader Joe's or wherever and fill up a barrel to try and send down for them. Or correct. CVS or wherever it is that you go. I don't know much. I don't spend enough time shopping in the States to know. But they are the ones that calling on you all now to send down the barrel to help them. Correct. So while they are doing this to the people down here, the other end of it, the people that are really getting the lash with it, are those of you in the US and the UK and Canada, etc., that now have to be assisting people who last month and last year this time was working and are now unemployed, or who were getting assistance under some program and now that assistance has been removed or it has been decreased. So now they have to ask for you to send a little 50 for them to get the medication, where they didn't have to do that before.
Did he spoke about the Imani program and the contract workers. Have you addressed that yet? I haven't heard anything about that.
Well, I know that a meeting did take place with the staff of the Ministry of Youth, and they were told that a new dispensation is being put in place. I know that the campaign promise was that within the first 12 months, by the end of the first 12 months, they would place everyone who is on Imani and on contract within the government service on permanent staff. That was the promise that was made from the platform, that they would take everybody off Imani and put them in permanent jobs, and everybody who's on contract and put them on permanent jobs. So they have a few months remaining. Let's see how that develops. That's the campaign promise, and I've got it recorded. They could delete the video now if they want.
What about the airline fare to go to Trinidad and to St. Vincent? It was too expensive, and when I got into power, I'm going to fix that. That
itself is another issue again. The mouth change again on that one. I'll find the audio. I have it somewhere here with the promise that even Grenada might be leasing or buying a plane, and now you're hearing a different story in relation to it. Is everything that was said then, you're seeing the opposite being done now or being said now?
You got to hold him accountable on his campaign issues, because you got to call him out on it. If you campaign on issues, you should be called out.
Yeah, and we're seeing that.
It should be done in points. Let him know what of those things that you campaign on are you talking about it right now. Where are you?
Yeah. All right, my brother. Thank you so very much. And I expect to hear from you on a regular basis again.
Blessed night.
All right. Thank you. Yes, indeed, folks. 440-73-77. That's 440-73-77. And the caller is absolutely right. And then remember, there are loads of people that are online here that are listening from the Grenadian diaspora. When you do things that are pressuring the poor and vulnerable here, they ain't reaching out to other people here, you know. Is the family in Canada? Could you send a box or a barrel down for us? Yeah? We out of this, we need help. Can you send a 50? Can you send 100? What can you send? Anything you could send, please help. We need medication. The water cut off. Yeah? The water cut off. And we have the children in the house. How can you help? Can you send something to help us go in and put back the water? Because I have been unemployed for the last 4 or 5 months. It's not that Nawasa wicked. Because I could tell you, if you talk to Nawasa, they're willing to work with people, you know. But sometimes the people just naturally don't have. So they have to call the family members outside who trying to send the money to put back the water, send the money to put back the electricity, send the money to put the internet so that the children could do their schoolwork. That is what is going on. So the pressure does end up being on the some of the friends and family in Canada and in the US and the UK and so on. And those are you in Europe. I know sometimes you're afraid when you see that 473 number coming up, you're afraid to answer. Because you know it's some problem, somebody wants some help again. But they can't help it because they've been put into that situation. That's why I keep saying the poor are being pushed now into being destitute. They're trying to make people into vagrants. Into vagrants. That is what's taking place. And I know especially my Karaku family. Karaku people don't let the people suffer. That is one thing you must know about Karaku people. No matter where they are, they'll always try and help a family member back home in Karaku. And Grenadians on a whole like that as well. So that's why you see the people having to go to the MoneyGram. And straight from MoneyGram, sometimes you see they just right in Grenlec. Or sometimes from there you see them hit under the tunnel because they're going by Nawasa. Because they're going to ensure that the basic utilities, the basic necessities, or you see them rush, they're going across to buy the food stuff to go up. Because the family member, by the time they pack a barrel and send it down, the people starve already. So sometimes they have to send the money down to let them buy the stuff here. And remember, the price of things are going up in Grenada, but the price of stuff going up out there as well. So don't think they have it easy out there because they're in Brooklyn or because they're in Texas or because they're in Florida. Don't think they have it easy, you know. Some of them have it rough out there as well. So we have to understand what is really taking place now. And somebody was asking me a while ago about that football match. Yeah, that's an embarrassment to the people of St. John. That is a disgrace and an embarrassment to the people of St. John for that to have happened. I tell you, Christ, man, them Bejan, them come there, man. And when they look at that field, say, no way, man. Jesus Christ, man. You can't expect us to go and play on that. Next thing I go and broke my foot. I can't go and play no more football again for my country. You ain't expect me to send my team out to play on that. Not a damn way, hell, man. I ain't sending my team. The Bajans come up there. Disgraceful. Because you had people that would have made sure that that playing field was done properly. But what they do, they fire them because of politics.
Good night. What are you doing?
Good night, good night.
How you doing, Sheriff Scott? I know we can't go out and play football, but we can't play football in the field because the field was in a bad position. So we got to go back to St. George's. You remember that?
I thought I was good at telling people better than me, boy.
These guys in them is not good, man. Them don't rate yet for this country. They ain't ready for this country, man. They not ready yet. They not ready to run this country.
Thank you very much, caller.
Sheldon, what going on?
Good man.
Duncan, man. Duncan, I'm giving you a business. I could talk about you. Sheldon, I mean, Kami said something there, and I'm giving her 50%, not 100%. Only giving she 50%. Because Dr. Mitchell is a man to run this country. We can't leave him to sleep. We can't keep him in bed. You understand? We can't keep him in bed to sleep. He has to rise. He's the man to take us. He take us in charge of Ivan. Right? Listen to me. He's the man to run the country. We need him. And come the next convention, when we have in that convention, we'll be voting him in. Because this is the man with the know-how, with the statistics. He's the man with the vision. Look at when Ivan passed. How Grenada come back nice and beautiful. After we had a pandemic. Look at the pandemic we had. Today, Grenada was moving on. But since I vote for the Democratic Congress, the demonizing people, them come now and just throw things overboard. And they're giving understand and they're getting big money to pay bills. Come on. Sheldon, these people not good, man. They got to go. They're right here. They're right to run the country. They're right here, man. How's it going, Sheldon?
All right, my brother. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. We can have a situation like that where local businesses applying to the GDP, people who could really make a serious contribution. What's going on with the WhatsApp there? Let me see. Yeah, somebody was trying to call, man. Yeah, people trying to make to go to the GDP because they want to have a business. And remember, a small business is not just the person. They might hire one, they might hire two, they might hire a few. And then on top of that, when they hire these one or two people and so, they provide for their families as well. The business could expand. But you're trying to apply and you ain't getting through, and then you're hearing stories. I mean, come out and say it's not true if it's not true. Just come out and say it's not true. We have a call online. Good night.
Good night, Sheldon. How you doing?
I'm more than good, man.
Yeah, all right. Hey, reality is reality. It's not a reality show, my friend. I know efforts were made to hide certain individual, but you know, the Almighty, there is no one bigger than the Almighty Creator. And we all know that. At the end of the day, you see how the people have been highlighted. So, I mean, people know people and there's nothing to be surprised of. But again, there is no reason for this. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no reason for these things, man. If you're not qualified, you're not qualified. End of the day. Yeah? They could ring the bell as much as they want. You know, a doc had to come back and fix this problem again. No matter where you take it. The longer this, you know, individuals sit inside here, it's more disaster this country is going to face. I mean, this is just the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
We hope and pray not for worse. And if it ensues, man, or else people suffer. Yeah?
Yes,
Have a
indeed.
blessed night.
All right, thank you. Yes, indeed. 4407377. You can call me on the WhatsApp. You can call me directly. Or if you're outside of Grenada, you can call me on 347-329-3101. And while I'm talking, by messages keep coming in one after the other. What are they trying to show me? Are they trying to show me what? The state of the field in the place there? Well, I know the state of the field is bad. And imagine, the president of the GFA is a government and is a St. John man. Yes, the president could imagine how that has been embarrassing for him. That as president of the GFA, they could have all the matches down at the Grenada National Stadium. They could have just said we're having 3 matches, 4 matches, and we're having all there. But instead of that, they decided to send them around. And look what happened. Look what happened. Oh, boy, I missed that call. Sorry, caller, call back. Yeah. Look what happened. And all because of politics. Politics, nothing else but politics. That was the reason. Because you remove somebody who was competent, who was capable of doing the job, and you put somebody else who doesn't know what it is about. And it's obvious. Because if this has happened, and several other things happen outside of this, this has happened, and it shows more than anything else, the incompetence that is taking place when it comes to the playing fields in St. John right now. You have to call people from the ministry to come up to do things. Where the MP? Where is the member of parliament? Don't hide from the people of St. John. Come out and interact with them. Tell them what's going on. Tell them why this embarrassment was thrown on them. When the president of the GFA, the Grenada Football Association, is a man from St. John. Explain to them why this has been allowed to happen. Yeah? All right. And folks, before I forget, I want to raise another issue. Before I go to the phone lines and I get you off, I want to raise another issue here. We've seen last week that a note went out to the staff of the Marketing and National Importing Board. You saw that note. I'm not sure if I have it on the system. Somebody sent it to me. But there was a note that went out to the Marketing and National Importing Board, the staff, that told them that they're going to receive their letter And they have to take that letter together with the NIS card and go to the Treasury tomorrow. That's the 28th, the final day of February 2023. That is supposed to be the final day of operation of the Marketing and National Importing Board. That they are supposed to go tomorrow with their letter and the NIS card and collect their severance pay. Their severance, not their salary and overtime and that thing. That goes to the institution as normal, but their severance. Although, I do know that with lending institutions, be it credit unions or whatever, when you lose your job, your severance pay is supposed to go to them as well. So the government is in breach of the arrangement that these lending institutions have with any of the 94 people that are working within Marketing and National Importing Board up to tomorrow and are going to receive their severance pay. Now, I have learned that they are not paying the severance pay at the Treasury tomorrow. They've changed the location. So those of you in Marketing Board who don't know yet, they will let you know. They're paying it on Young Street at the main office now. So they decide that they didn't want you all to line up outside of the Treasury for any camera people and thing to come and capture all you. Outside of the Treasury tomorrow to go and collect your severance. Right? So they have changed the location from what I have been told to Young Street and the main building there. All right? So you're going to go there. Also, I know for a fact that none of you ain't received your termination letter yet. You're getting your termination letter tomorrow. Yeah, so when you go there, they give you a termination letter and then they give you severance. I know as well that they have now changed their mind about shutting down all the outlets. All you want to know, I know that as a staff member too. Yeah. Yeah, don't share information here. We hear all you, yeah. So, they've changed the directive and now they are trying to keep all of the outlets open. All you hear what I say? They're trying to keep all the Marketing Board outlets open, even though the staff is receiving their termination letters tomorrow. So they go around last week asking different staff members, and they're cherry picking, and they ain't going to everybody. They're cherry picking, so they're going to this one and that one and saying, if you want to stay on. Yeah? All kind of tactics to get away from giving these people the severance and so. Oh, if you want to stay on, we want to keep the place open a little longer. So whereas the intention was, from what we were told by the government of Grenada, and you see that's why they ain't having press conference. So all you have to come and listen to it from talking points now. So while the intention was to close all the outlets tomorrow, from what I've been informed, they will be keeping those outlets open now with limited staff. So they have been asking some of those 94 people that ought to be going home and collecting the little kakara tomorrow, the severance and the salary going in the bank and again, you understand? Because remember, all these financial institutions know for a fact that these people will no longer be employed after tomorrow. And as such, they want the severance, you know. Instead of the government go to these institutions and work out an arrangement so that these people could have some money. Or they're waiting for a situation now where these people are unemployed for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. They can't pay their loans. And then the bank and the credit union and them start repossessing. Yeah? Did they speak? Did the government speak? You have a permanent secretary in the Ministry of Finance that his only claim to fame now is going on social media and throw word for people like a little girl. That's his only claim to fame right now. Did they go and speak to the financial institutions and try to work out an arrangement for the workers that are coming out of the Marketing and National Importing Board? That is what they had to be focusing on, not going on social media and throwing word for people. And me a friend, so I doesn't read it. Sometimes people tell me, sometimes I just tell them, me you want to hear. That is what they had to be focusing on. Yeah? Because these, you see, this is the reality. We live in the reality. These individuals live in something else. We live in reality. We live in the Grenada where we know that we have to, the water, you have to find money to pay the water and they raise it. And you have to find to pay the electricity and they raise it. And you have to try and go and get the food. But every month you go inside there, it's going up by another 100 and 200 and this, 100 and that. It's going up every month. We live in that reality. These individuals don't seem as though they're living in that reality, so they wouldn't understand simple things like what I'm speaking about here. We have a caller online. Good night. Hello?
Sir, good night again.
Good night, sir. I just thought I needed to say the marketing board.
With Kami yet. Kami always come with some good points, but this time I disagree now. Because you see,
we love her, but you disagree with her.
Yeah, I love Kami bad, but I ain't agree with her this time because you see, the only person, based on his past track record, could bring back Grenada from this disaster is Dr. Keith. I mean, we see it happen. Up to now, I don't know how the doc could leave, or how the doc come about leaving all the money in the treasury. Over 500 million, Sheldon. We had Ivan, we had Emily, we had pandemic, we have shandemic, we had scandemic, and the doc gave out stimulus package over stimulus package. He gave that, he gave the other, and the doc still, but that man is American man. Oh, but that demand to bring from disaster. And I mean, Kami, I support you 100% in your comments, but I don't agree with you this time. Because the only man I think I could bring back the country to stability and settle us a bit, because some people, a lot of people in mind have been filled with all sorts of different ideas right now because they don't know what to think, because they had a job and they voted out. How people could have their work, and because a man says something, talk is cheap, you can't. Man talk and say something, you can't vote for a man and he talk will always change. And so, Shalom, well, let us pray for this country. Right? Let us pray for this country, because we have to pray for this country and pray for Doc, that the Lord will grant him long life, health, and strength, so that he could come back and do something for us. Because he's the only man I see here could really bring back that country to stability. In 7 or 8 months' time, the entity mash it. To me, they plan that, They plan that long time, because this money they borrowed, they give the insurance that for themselves already. You want to know? And I believe they plan to pay. So if that is true, I believe they plan to pay that. It's a clique of them that corrupting themselves with in the parliament. So I still pray for them that they will change their attitude, change their mind, change their ideology, change the way they plan of running the country, and run the country where everybody could see straight up that, yes, the NDC making sense. Sheldon, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for Dr. Call, I'm praying for Kenny, KB, and I'm praying for Igwe and all the rest of them who give us the truth on a daily basis. All you take care of yourself, be on the straight path, ask God for the strength and the direction to do what all you're doing, because God loves the truth, and all you are telling us is truth. So may God bless talking points. And what is Dr. call what is the program name again?
Well, they have the extension. They have
On Target.
On Target. They have the extension. They have
I think it's the On Target one. Yes.
The
So
Sunday
I pray
program.
that God bless all you, and may God keep all you safe, so that all you can bring all the facts, the truth, so that people could make a sensible decision when the time comes. Have a good night, partner. You take care of yourself, right?
All right. Thank you very much.
Blessings.
All right, my brother. Yes, indeed. 440-7377. We have 15 minutes remaining on tonight's program. Let me just clear the box. And as soon as I clear the box, let me take that call one time. Hello. Yeah, I lost it. All right. Caller, call back. Yeah, call back. My hand was too quick on the button. Yeah, hey. And somebody was just telling me too. It's not just the president of the Grenada Football Association that was embarrassed over this weekend, because remember, you have the Randy Whiteman Campbell. Yeah, he's the second vice president of GFA. You have Carly, who is the general secretary. All of them is government. Yeah, you do them in and them that, boy. Oops. Let me see. Hello? Boy, I keep pressing the wrong. Yeah. Call back. Sorry. That one is on me. It's not you. Nothing with your line. Nothing. I really had to change the location of these buttons because I hit the red button instead of the answer button. And I just do it twice in a row. So let me keep my hand by the right button so when you call, I could answer. Right. So I think I have it now. Hello, good night.
Yes, Sheldon.
Yes, that was my mistake. I keep cutting the talk.
I second Camille with what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the people did not want Dr. Keith, right? They had called him all kind of name, right? Old man. I think it start from San Simon come down first, right? I think, Dr. Keith should give up and groom the young ones, because we have to have the young people on board, and they could be the advisors, right? We have old heads there like Mr. Bowen, we have Dr. Keith, we have Miss Yolan Bain, and we have many others. I think that, he should give up now and give the young people a chance and groom them. He could be the advisors. We have a lot of old heads there that is.
You're talking about the young people a chance.
If we win the next election, that they could be advisors. Thank you, Sheldon.
All right. If we win the next election, my dear, you realize what's going on outside there. And give the young people a chance. I always like to give young people a chance. That's what Grenadians just do. You see what's going on with it right now. You always need to have a proper mix, and you always need to have proper leadership. But you know what? Yeah, you always need to have proper leadership when you're doing things. All right? Nice. We have a caller. Let me make sure I get the line properly. We have a caller online. Good night.
Good night, Sheldon. I come back in.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me tell you something. Why you think Dr. Claudius Mitchell is? He's a human being. Remember the amount of things these people say. Yes, I know you have a heart for Grenada, but a lot of us have a heart for him. We can be using him. What all your mind tell all you in Grenada? What all your mind tell all in Grenada? Because a lot of NNP supporters vote for NDC. So why all you want Dr. Keith Mitchell now come to fix what's happening there now? I didn't vote for them because I listened intently good when they speak, when Mr. Bowen speak, when Mr. David, when all the ministers under the NNP speak to us over in time. They want us, and we knew that. Why you going to vote for them now? So why all you want Dr. Keith now to come and fix mess? Why is him? Why is him? Mr. Duncan, I hear what you say, sir. But they have to feel it. Dr. Keith Mitchell have feelings. So why you want to just use him? Use him to come and fix it again. And when he fix it again, are you turn again? And call him all kind of name? Nothing is that in Grenada. I don't so bright like all you. I don't know all degrees. But I just think, why only want to keep using that man? Why? Answer me, somebody. Why is he allowed to come and fix all your mess now? Or you make all your mess in Grenada? And all at all, you don't want to hear me speak. And I really know you comment, I really know you comment because I live in my house. I'm a computer too. I really said, why you want that man to come back there to do what? To take advantage of him again and say all manner of dirty things. Some Grenada and say, Keith Mitchell do nothing for Grenada. Are you call him thief? Are you call him con man? Are you call him all kind of names? I don't want that man go through that again. Dr. Mitchell, Dr. Keith Claudius Mitchell, people live in Miss Kami, and you could give anybody any advice to help them, but don't go and take that lick. You get enough licks in Grenada already. You're the only prime minister in Grenada can compete Martinique that care about the people, but they don't love you, sir. They didn't love you. They're wicked. They're too wicked. So let them take for what they have to fix. You don't want to fix something. Don't fix something. Let somebody else get you the licks. Relax yourself, sir. Eat your little burger and your little fish. Go on the beach. Go on a holiday. Give them advice. I might be wrong. And I know deep down in your heart, you don't like what's going on in this country. But don't go and take this lick. Well, look at you, Morcoy. One man tell me he's an expert candy, and he balling now. When you go and Dixie, they go give you more blows. Are you want to kill me? Are you want me to fall on dead? Are you lying? You don't go and fix nothing. Fix it by yourself. Because you all say you have a bright lawyer. And he's young. Keith Michel old. He's an old man. I don't know old man. The lie you take while you getting in Grenada. I am feeling it. All who listening in America and England. I feeling it. I feeling it too. I thought it was only NNP would have been balling. I didn't expect any people to be balling. Take it in you. Have a good night. I don't must call that program. I don't must call no program. You get in Grenada because I live in Grenada and I see what's going on. I have to give people money to pay the bus every day and I don't have much for myself. Good night.
All right, Cammy. All you like thing. That's what I'm telling you. All you like thing. Yeah? All you real like thing, boy.
Shit blowing through the Spice Island.
4407377. We have roughly about 7 minutes remaining.
Cause the wind is turning around. At all. Like all you did only plan how to win. And after that all you can do a thing. At all. Poor people balling, they can't eat a meal. So what? It's like all you deaf and can't hear that still. Still waiting for one project to take off. Like it's going in as them how them could start. But prepare yourself and ban your belly. Cause the wind turn around heading back for me. So I said the wind of change is blowing in the next direction. Man, the wind of change is blowing back where you came from. Hear the people out on the streets. We want kids, we want kids. Man, they say they're tired, they can't take it. We want kids, we want kids. Man, the country balling it's sick. We want kids, we want kids. So they need a doctor to come fix it. We want kids, we want kids. Hear the young men out on the block. Man, they say they're tired of the old talk. Listen to them. Every day is blah, 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 blah. That alone. And they can't see action to back it up. Oh, Lord.
Yes, indeed, folks. I had to drop that one. Folks, 4407377. We still have a few minutes remaining on tonight's program. I like how Cammy put it. Take it in all you. I feel that's my new phrase now, you know. Cammy, I feel you give me a new one tonight. From now on, what I have to get them talk is take it in all you. My goodness. Yes, folks. So, yeah, we have a call coming in. Let me take this call. Good night.
Hello?
Hello. Good night, caller. You're live. Go right ahead.
Am I live on the program?
Yes, you are, my dear. Go right ahead.
Oh, yes. I'm calling from New York. I 100% agree with Scan. Because I myself, I cannot even recover. To be honest, I couldn't believe Grenadians were so wicked. After all what this man has done over the years. Now tell me. And I spoke to people, I warned them. I said, this people is going to make a mess. They did it before, and they're going to do it again. 2008 was a disaster. Was a total disaster. I mean, how much chances could you give these people? Huh? You know what they keep saying? Oh, keep there too long. Keep there too long. I said, okay. What magic or what miracle this deacon could work? The whole world is in a crisis, my God. The man took us through COVID. This man did so much. Grenadians too wicked. They're too wicked. I agreed, Ms. Kami. You understand? The man did his best. Look how much money he leave in the treasury for them to play the fool with. The Prime Minister himself don't even have no kind of class. He don't even dress him properly. He don't even look at the Prime Minister. You're looking at somebody who are just going in Heinz school, just sitting on a desk. These people cannot manage. NDC agenda over the years is always to get rid of Keith. Get rid of Keith, get rid of Keith, get rid of Keith. And when they come, that's it. They cannot do nothing. You understand? But I just hope Mr. Peter David could at least take up the mantle and move Grenada forward. Let Dr. take a rest. He's doing enough. They're too ungrateful. Grenadians so wicked. Miss Cammy, good night.
And what we say?
Thank you, Sheldon.
And what we saying? Take it in all your. And we saying take it in all
they're
your.
so wicked. I couldn't believe it. I say, oh my God, when I look at the votes and the counting, all they said, oh, change. Change what? What are you going to change? The change was not a good change in 2008, and the Grenadians forget too quickly. People couldn't get salary. Business was at a standstill. I was a business person at the time, and nothing was going on in town. And it's the same thing they're going to. NDC cannot manage the country. They're just jealous of Dr. Keith, and they always want to get him, and when they get him, they cannot do nothing. You have people of class. Miss Clarice Modest Corwin, all these people, the man from, the lady from Grenville, the lady did so much MMP. You're going to leave all these people of caliber, and you have people like Andy who's selling back and they as them acting prime minister. It's so shameful.
My girl, bye-bye, yeah?
Andy acting prime minister. What Andy acting prime minister? I mean, it's a shame. It's a real shame. They're too wicked. Let her take it. Nobody call me and ask me for nothing. I ain't sending nothing for nobody. They're too wicked. Good night. Bye-bye. I'm listening.
Call her, bye-bye. And as the new saying is, take it in all your... Oh gosh, my cash am hurting me. If I say I don't love Camille, you have to be joking, boy. Take it in all your... Folks, that's nearly all the time we have tonight for Talking Points. You notice tonight we didn't even play clips, huh? Yeah, we just had a conversation. Tomorrow night, we're going to ensure that we involve some more clips into the program. Yeah, I wonder if I have enough time to take a last call. Yeah, I think someone was just trying to... Okay, yeah, I probably have enough time probably to take one more call. Final call. If it doesn't come within the next 30 seconds, I don't have enough time to take a call at all. Yeah? Oh, that's where they're going. So, Senator Britton and Honorable Williams, they have something taking place this week. Also, yeah. I hear convention taking place on Sunday and all kind of thing. Huh? I hear they had thing done in Montrose yesterday. So here what they do. They plan a fun day for when they know it have activities in Camahon Park and on the beach, hoping that the crowd that is down there would look like their crowd. But guess what? It ain't come true. Yeah, they had their activity, they had their one or two people and so, but if they was so popular and they so understood things, you would have seen a massive influx of people there wanting to interact with the Prime Minister and so on and wanting to go down there. If Dr. Mitchell was to have something like that, now you're going to see people come out. Yeah? But they had their big thing. Well, what was supposed to be a big thing, but it ended up being a big failure. Anyhow, yeah, they did it because they know it had sailing festival on the beach, so they thought the people who come to the sailing festival would have overflow into their thing, and it looked like they had a big thing. It ain't work out so. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. It's been wonderful being with you, interacting with you, and listening to you, also speaking to you. My name is Sheldon Scott. It's always a pleasure to be here, and whatever you say and do it safe and secure. Want to be speaking to and with you and not about you. And I'm going to leave you all with this one tonight.
For there is a wind of change.
Till tomorrow night.
Through the Spice Island. Listen to the people, Mr. PM. Don't play with the Canadian people, because the win is turning around. At all, like all you did, only plan how to win. And after that, all you can do are thing. At all, poor people balling, they can't eat a meal. So what? It's like all you deaf and can't hear that still. Still waiting for one project to take off. Like it's done in as them how them could start. But prepare yourself and ban your belly, cause the wind turn around heading back for me. So I said the wind of change is blowing in the next direction. Man, the wind of change is blowing back where you came from. Hear the people out on the streets. We want kids, we want kids. Man, they say they're tired, they can't take it. We want kids, we want kids. Man, the country balling, it's sick. We want kids, we want kids. So they need a doctor to come fix it. We want kids, we want say be careful, the wind turning around. Be careful. PM like the whole country on a halt. Like your cabinet brain locked in a vault. It looks so. Teachers pondering on what they go do. The bushing program or you cut that too. Poor people, sir. 600 million as they say you have. Why you still living for people to stop? No talk about corruption anymore. Don't fool of yourself, cause the people know. They know, they know. So I said the wind of change is blowing in the next direction.